because it gets me places where the public transport like bus or train doesn't arrive. It gets me faster, which is very nice that I use it for that. And I use it today because I had to meet Maria, which we had to do a project for the university, and I wanted to get there faster. And I also another quality of the Cooltra is that it's sustainable, and because there are a lot of cars and motorcycles in Barcelona, I use this because it's electric.
Well, Cooltra started by the year 2006 when I identified a gap in the sector in Barcelona because my motorbike was in the mechanic and I realized that wasn't any service on the city for renting just motorbikes for a concrete period of time. Then I started working on Cooltra in the same city of Barcelona and I rent a little flat where I started renting some motorbikes near Sagrada Familia because there were lots of tourists around the area and the space was cheap. Then that trend was increasing a lot in the same city and we keep buying some motos and improving our services. And some years later we realized that was a big trend around Spain and we opened some points in cities like Barcelona, like Madrid or Valencia, and then we've done an international expansion also of the company to some different countries like Italy, France, or Portugal. It's important also to highlight that Cooltra is the driving group of Cooltra, which is the first moto sharing at European level. This means that we have more than 100 bikes spread in 4 European cities, and our main goal is to double the fleet every year during the next 3 years. And also, as it's known, Cooltra is an eco-scooting service which is 100% electric. This means that helps a lot the environment.
Okay, so we want to offer some characteristics in the service, but we know there are some limitations. For example, the velocity and regulations. Okay, so in terms of regulation, for example, in the city of Madrid, they want to forbid the parking in the walk side. So we understand we work within a city and the mayor regulates the electric motorcycles, but we think that these motorcycles are a good thing for the city. So if the government decides to limit the parking, they will have to do it for all vehicles. So we also understand that regulations are important, but motorcycles are a good thing for the city because they pollute less than cars. So they will have to have more advantages.
So in our company, Cooltra is really important that we are committed to our environment. So this is why we created this strategy that basically it's maintaining the public transport in a sustainable way. That's why our motorcycles use electric energy to move around the city. So we reuse this energy of natural resources into the fullest. So that's why we are so committed to this model and we think that it's a great thing. Also, we are using another strategy that is the sharing economy. We think that nowadays there's a lot of companies using this model and it's one of the most efficient. So nowadays you don't need to own an asset in order to use it. You can share with other people and you can leave it whatever you want. So this is why we created the Cooltra model. And then talking about Cooltra, there is not the electric side of it. We must say that now this year we have implemented a new subscription online that you basically have 3 plans, the basic plan, the medium plan, and the premium plan. So you can enjoy with completely flexibility of different types of options to use these bikes that are using a renting model. So that's our three strategies, and we are thinking this 2019 in implementing new ones.
The motor sharing experience started in San Francisco in 2012. By 2015, only 8 cities around the globe had this experience, had this economy. However, by 2016 and 2017, the motor sharing experienced the biggest growth already seen. And now there are 30 cities around the globe which have this economy, which has at least one company with a motor sharing service. All the providers of these scoots are almost 92% are electrical providers. And another interesting thing is that the market is very segmented. There are 21 companies that provide a motor sharing service globally, but there are only 3 of them which have the 2/3 of the market, of the users. Here in Barcelona, Cooltra, which is the motor sharing service of Cooltra, it has the biggest fleet in Barcelona, and also has 3 main competitors: Llego, Scoot, and Moving. The first one, Llego, is the biggest competitor, which has 15% of the Barcelona fleet, and arrived in Barcelona in 2015. Scoot, which is another competitor, which is very interesting because Scoot started in San Francisco in 2012 when this movement of motor sharing started, and has 20% of the deployed fleet. And the last one is Moving. Moving is the biggest Spanish company of motor sharing. I said biggest because is the company out of all the 4 that is in more cities around Spain, counting Barcelona, Madrid, and Valencia, but also Sevilla, Malaga, and Bilbao. And arrived here in Barcelona in 2017 and has 20% of the current market fleet.